Do you have a brother as well?
Yeah.
Because he just says, where's your brother?
In the house. Holly.
Can I hear you?
Holly.
Holly. Oh, that's my daughter's name. That's a lovely name.
Thanks.
It's a lovely name. Dad says he had cancer and they tried to fight it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says I tried to fight it. I fought it for about 6 months or something like that. Do you understand that?
It probably was all in.
Okay, because he just says 6 months. That's what he puts into my mind. So I know 6 months is not a long time when you've got cancer, but it can be a long time when you've got cancer. But he just says 6 months, right? So that's the most that he got. And he just says he knew that he was ill and he knew how bad it was. He says he had a sixth sense, like myself. I don't know if he said sick or six. Probably a bit of both, to tell you the truth. And so he brings that in for me. His mum is in spirit, correct?
Yeah.
Because he just says I'm with my mum. Now he also says somebody dies at the age of 42.
I don't know. Oh, no, my uncle.
Okay, because I'm asking him who else is there. He says my mum, and he's there, but he's only 42.
Yeah.
Is that his brother?
No, it's my mum's uncle, my grand's brother.
Just touching your hair, it's a wee bit like spiritual nicks. Do you sense spirit around you?
Yeah.
Because as your dad comes in, he's doing that with your hair, and he says she knows I'm there because I touch her hair. Just try to get your attention, not for any other reason. And it's a wee bit like, I call it spiritual nits, because I get that face spirit all the time. My dad says I'm always here, I'm always around.
Yeah.
Now he also says there's another cousin there as well, that's 36. Would you understand that? So
Not sure.
There's a lot of young, and that's a man as well, there's a lot of younger people around him that passes, so you have a lot of family that all died young.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
There's also somebody here that had a triple heart bypass.
My gran.
Who?
My gran, his mum.
Alright. Because she's standing there and she went, check that, and she's got a big scar. You understand?
Yeah.
But she says, who even knew I had a heart?
Aye.
She was quite a hard trophy-nosed woman. I wouldn't want to call her a witch, but I would have called her a witch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She wasn't always the nicest,
No.
is what she says. So she's just laughing at some of the things that would have came out of her mouth, you know? And that's what I mean by sometimes it's no love and light.
Yeah.
So although that was her nature, right? She sends lots of love around the family now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry for some of the things that I said, didn't mean it. You know, and so she brings in that. She brings a lot of happiness in around you because she tells me that you've not always had it easy. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
She says the past 2 years have been a wee bit difficult.
Yeah.
And so, were you also bullied at school?
Yeah.
What bitch never put their phone in? I should put that on the footnote. Not bad. Anyway, see what goes a dangerous, which I'm fucking have. Anyway. She says that you were bullied at school. She went, bastards, I would have sorted them out. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think she'd have been straight up that school. Is what I feel. Anyway, she's buried, is that correct?
Yeah.
She tells me there's 3 people buried together
Yeah, that's
in
right.
one grave.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she says people go up, she says, and they take one bunch of flowers between us all.
That's right.
She says, and they're no even for me. She says they just put them down. She says, but really they're putting them down for the other ones.
She's right. She's right.
I know she's right. I'm more fucking good at don't make this shit up, you know. I've never met you before in my life, have I?
No, never.
Because sometimes people on TikTok think I've got people in the audience that I've met and I Google them and all that, so that's right. But you know, you just have to make sure you're alright. And so she's just laughing. She says, but anyway, I like the smell of roses. Like the smell of roses. Would she have had a rose garden?
No.
You sure?
There is roses connected, but it's not a garden.
Right, okay. She just says, I loved all the roses,
Okay.
so I'm not going to claim it for anything else because that's just what she says, right?
Okay.
And I've seen lots of roses,
Yeah.
right? If there's lots of roses, as in names in your family, fair enough.
Okay.
What's the connection to the roses?
My dad, when he was buried, it was roses. That was on the grave, and they were buried together.
Alright, okay, well that's probably why she's smelling
There was
roses.
loads of roses, like we always take roses up and put them in the graves.
Just no for her.
No.
That's quite funny. That's a fucking shame. And my man used to say, you'd love that. I'll visit them at the weekends. Every other weekend. Never happened. Anyway, please just take Dad's love, Gran's love and everybody else, and thanks very much.
Thank you.